Welcome back. If you don't recognize Curtis, that means you haven't been around for a long time. But Curtis is with RedX, but they've shifted a little bit in the last few years, more so the last few months. And I'm using one of their apps, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. But we really want to talk about branding. We want to talk about attracting. We want to talk about you pivoting a little bit in your approach to showing up for your audience. And that audience can be expireds, for sale by owners, traditional cold calling type thing, but it could also be where the world is at, and that's Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and even ChatGPT. So where do you want to start with this, Curtis? Because I think you built the perfect app for where we're at.
Yeah, of course, I love showing off apps and stuff, but I also want there to be value for people, whether they end up looking at our stuff or not. And so you're the social media expert, right? Mm-hmm. And, we're going to show the app then.
Yeah, well, I wanted to see what we got here, man. Come on.
All right, we're just jumping right in. I was going to try to build some value. I was going to try to give people some tips and tricks, and but look,
they always know when we get together, we provide value. So let's get right into brand builder.
All right. Let me. The history of this is that we, I don't know, 5 years ago started looking at the top prospecting agents in the country were really pulling ahead. And it wasn't because they were making more phone calls or they had a better phone script. It was actually that they had started to incorporate more of an omnipresent approach to expired listings. So it wasn't just phone calls, but it was, hey, we're targeting expireds on social media. We're doing a lot more direct mail and door knocking a lot more, even for a lot of top producing agents. So we started seeing these kind of a gap, and we thought, well, we need to get there, right? Because phone is changing.
Well, I think you did it at the perfect time, because even you've got probably 3 different types of real estate agents out there, and just oversimplifying it, okay? But you've got those people that pick up the phone and dial, call, right? Then you've got the middle ones where, like, I mean, it looks good, I'll give it a try here and there. Yeah, sure, right? I like it. And then you've got the completely opposite, which is like the Seth Godins of real estate.
Right.
Which is all about the future of marketing, more organic, more natural, right?
Permission-based opt-in, they're coming to you, we call it hunting, fishing, and farming, right? And
farming.
So hunting is like, you're aggressively going out there to get your food. The farming is more of the, hey, my whole goal is to get people into my database, and I'm just going to work them over and over and over. And then fishing is more about dropping the bait in there and attracting people to you, right? And as phone regulations have increased, right? The other methodologies, but here's, and look, I know I'm a broken record. I know you hear this every time we get together, but we track these numbers meticulously. I'm going to, right now, as of January 29th, looking back at the previous 12 months, 43.1% of all expireds and canceled end up back on the MLS.
And I think, so approach, okay? And this is why I love you guys, because over the last year more, I've leaned a lot more towards, like, if I'm looking at brand builder, I'm looking at leaning more towards something like this. I'm not saying that calls don't work, because I believe they actually do work, and they work well. But I feel more comfortable approaching it with a system like brand builder, where if I make the right video with the right messaging for expireds or for sale by owners or for whoever, and I target them, and then I have hand raisers reaching me through your product, I feel like that's I have a higher success rate personally right, through that, because
Yeah.
it's a warm reach out. And for me, you've created something that allows me to show up better for the industry. Now, that's just me, right? Even though there are different ways for that. So if we're taking a look at this,
Yeah.
for this brand builder,
Yeah.
this thing that you guys built, what is this?
Yeah. Brand Builder is an app that helps you build a brand. I mean, it's pretty well named. Build a brand very quickly, because you can build a brand to a specific group of people in an expedited way, right? So Brand Builder is an app. It's on the App Store, or you can go to brandbuilder.redx.com. It is a free app to help you do a few things. So I wish I set up a new account, and then I went through the onboarding and thought, man, we should have showed that, because what it's not showing before you even get to this screen, there's an AI interview experience where it kind of asks you a bunch of questions, because it wants to get to know you, kind of your style, how you talk to people, what your topics are that you're going to talk about, right? Which you shouldn't just pick real estate, right? You should pick, people want to get to know you. Part of your brand is who you are. So you kind of go through this experience, because it's going to customize the app to you. And then once you're done, and you'll see here, it's a new app. So there's, all this other stuff right here that is going through. I haven't finished my onboarding here, but let me just go through and go, okay, well, I need some ideas here.
Okay.
Well, I can go in there and I can start writing an idea and write a script, or write what I'm doing. Or I can just go to the AI and say, I want to make a video about the top 3 reasons to list now instead of waiting until spring.
Okay.
Right. And now it's going to use AI, and it's going to go through and put that on there. I'm going to kind of have this chat experience. Turn that into a script, because I can sit there and ask questions and have a kind of a chat GPT experience.
Okay, got it.
For me. So now it's going to come in here, and it's going to create a script.
All right.
So all my script ideas then end up over here. Like here's one I just did right before then, which is our office is in Orem, Utah, and I just wanted to pick about why home, 3 top reasons why homes aren't selling. I even typed it isn't selling in Utah, and it creates this script for me. I can go in here and I can edit the script if I want. I can even kind of move things around if I want, and change how this goes. I can add to the script however I want, but then I can just record it. Now I can do this from my desktop with the computer. This is a way better experience on the app, right? Because the videos that are doing really well are raw, authentic videos.
Yep.
So the teleprompter app then comes up, and it's going to pull up this teleprompter, and I'm not sharing the screen that has my camera. So otherwise my face would be in the back there, but
Yep.
I can adjust my teleprompter to how fast it goes. I can change the fonts and background colors to make it really easy for me. And, then I can record this video.
Okay.
See if this is going to work with 2 different screens here.
Let's see.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there it
Right?
is.
So when I hit record, then that teleprompter. So when you're looking at your phone and that teleprompter, now you're staring at the phone talking, and you can kind of read through your script there. And let's see if I can get out of here. Right. So now you have this teleprompter app that's going to go through and do a bunch of things for you. But now you can house your ideas. You can projects is where we have other stuff, but it houses all your videos in the library. Then you can post it directly from what you're doing on the app. So AI scripting topics to your voice, and the teleprompter, which is, part of this was Tristan's real humble, but part of this is a lot of conversation with Tristan going, well, here's the different apps I use. I wish these apps were, in one app, and we could put these things together. Right.
Dude, I'm
So,
thinking of something here. So I don't know if you've seen, I'm going to stop sharing and then I'll come back to this, I promise. So a lot of the content that I create is just teleprompter related. That's why I love your app, right? And some of those have gotten millions of views, thousands, hundreds of thousands. I think I'm going to create today or tomorrow, a post. And this is just me thinking live with you. So I'm going to create a post. Have you seen the posts that are going viral in lab coats in my personal page where I'm like breaking down the things that you should be doing and I put it into the comments?
yeah.
Like we're getting hundreds and thousands. Like it's like 150,000 views, 250 off of those because Facebook loves those because the algorithm watches people take time to look at the comments, right? All that.
Yep.
I think we can do one for this app. And it would benefit people because it's free. Can you go through the free things on this? Like when I'm looking at this and downloading it for free, it's going to give me the teleprompter piece. Is it going to give me the AI piece for free too? What are the free pieces?
Yeah, the AI piece, the teleprompter, the script writing tool. Yep, all of that. Even the customization to your voice and your brand as you start to put things in, so that the AI is gonna, it's gonna write this the way that you want, right? So
Got it.
It goes through and helps you pick the topics. So all of that is part of the free app, and you can use the free app. This isn't like a free app that you use 3 times and it's like, oh, now you got to pay us. I hate that, right? So we want there to be value for free forever. We do have upgraded things, which is if you want to take that video and then have our entire team produce the video and do the edits and edit professionally that video. We have different packages to do that. Or just keep the free app. And if you're already a customer, what people are doing is they're taking expireds and FSBOs and they're creating custom audiences inside of Meta or whatever social platform. And then they're taking these videos and targeting the people that they're making the video for. And what this does is again, when you talk about a brand, you can keep producing videos. I mean, how many videos have you produced to create your brand in real estate?
Oh, dude, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Easily over 20,000 videos. Yep. I know because we went over 15,000. I watched it.
Yep. So, and that's what it takes to build a brand. But guess how many, if you just make a video that mostly every expired in your marketplace is going to see, right? Or like, here's a very common use case. I'm running an open house. I'm going to pull in the 1,000 people around where I'm doing an open house. I'm going to make a video about, hey, we're having an open house here on Saturday the 15th, and hope to see you there. And then you pay very little money, and all of the neighbors in that neighborhood are going to see that video 3 times a day for the next 2 weeks, right? We're seeing massive open house attendance. So there's a bunch of things you can do, which is you want to build a brand. But if you can build a brand for specific people that have a really high conversion rate, you should do that also, right? So you can make videos just for FSBOs, or you can make videos just for, people that qualify for a VA loan. And then if you have the data, from RedX, then you can use the features that we have in the app to create that.
That was me texting you, Curtis. That was
I got you. I saw it. Yeah. So, I mean, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, dude, hell yeah. And I'll explain to people how to use it. I may need to do a few videos on this, but the app is pretty powerful. I like that. All right. So how should people be showing up when using this free app? What would your suggestion be?
That's probably a question I should ask you, since you've been using this and similar apps. That is, they should show up ready to make a video. like the number one thing people worry about, and you could stop sharing and let's talk about this for a second here, is the number one thing that I see every time we're talking about this is people are so afraid to get on camera. They're afraid about what they look like. They're afraid about what they're going to say. They're just terrified to even make their first video. And the teleprompter, people, especially they're going to read through it the first time. Your first video might kind of suck.
Yeah, it will.
And
But
that's okay.
But you don't have to put it out. So.
You don't have to put it out there. I would say put it out there. What's the worst? I mean, your first video, so few people are going to see it because it might be your first video and the algorithms aren't like really favoring your stuff yet anyway. So just put it out there and see what happens. We are far more critical of ourselves than our clients or potential clients. And so get the app, download the app, put it in there, change the script if it doesn't sound like you. You can go back into the preferences and update your brand information. Go ahead and share that back again. Let me show you this. You could come in here and put in what your website is. You can update your logos. You can that's your assets that the AI then starts to get to know you. I can come in here in my voice and I can choose from some of these and go, well, what is my voice? How do I want to do it? I didn't take time to fill this out. I was just trying to get a new account to show you a blank account. But all of this then plays into every time you're using the scripting tool, the AI scripting tool, to know to write a script for you, not just a general script, right? Your intended audience.
Question for you, Curtis, because I don't know what AI this is tapping into for us to use it for free. But if I'm using this and I'm sitting in an open house, I don't want to necessarily talk about the open house. I want to talk about the community, right?
Yep.
Or what's relative to this location, things to do, places to hike in. If I'm looking at that, I could just type that information in there and it could populate a 60-second video, right? Like visit my open house, it's right next to hiking or this shopping or this park or whatever I want. Okay.
100%. Yep. Yeah. And in fact, as you know, I mean, we've talked about AI a lot. Again, we need to do a whole AI like workshop for.
Dude, why don't we do a? I just did one with Nick. But why don't we do one specifically for the RedX community?
We totally should.
Blast it everywhere.
Yeah, because people should be using AI, but AI is, the more you give it, the better. So if you're wanting to write a script about your open house, I wouldn't be shy and give it a dumb prompt like we're demoing here. Like I'm going to do an open house. I'm an agent. Okay. I would be going in and saying, hey, I have an open house. It's in this community. People love this community for these reasons, right? The house is this and it's by this. And I would just talk to it. You don't have to get formal. I would just talk to it and then put all that in there and then have that create the script, because it's going to be more personalized to the neighborhood and the community for sure. If you don't know anything about the neighborhood and community, then good for you for getting the listing, I guess. But you can then use AI to augment what you don't know.
That's true. Oh. All right. I like that, man. I like that. And then take me through here. You put about you, intended audience. So if you want to be really focused in on that, like luxury, first-time home buyers, senior community, right? Because there are a lot of those. Okay.
And remember here, this is kind of the thing the AI is always looking at. So you want to be more broad here and more niche down in the individual scripts, right? Because you don't want to say expired listings here, and you
want to be like, I'm a real estate agent in, and then put the big city, right?
Yep.
That would, okay, got it. I like that.
Yep. So, and then here, this is then your content topics. You have all of your topics. It suggests some, or you could put in your own topics. Like maybe you're really into hiking because that's a really big deal around where I live. So you can add a topic, and these are all kind of the master instructions behind the AI as it writes scripts for you to get to know who you are.
So wait, I'm already past that. I'm interested in post suggestions. What the hell is that? I didn't see that before.
It's part of the paid app where it has the scheduler and the posting. So in here you would see it let me. I think it might not let me go in there because I don't have.
Because you don't pay
it does.
for it.
Okay. So here you can come in and give instructions, because what will happen is if you're on the upgraded app that has the schedule and everything, it's like $40 a month.
Okay.
Then it will actually write the copy for all of your posts. And
Oh,
here's
because
where
they're
you go
different for
give. Here's where you go get instructions on each different platform, because you're going to post different on Instagram than you are on Facebook. And what you don't want to do is have the same caption or copy on every post that you do, even if it is the same video, right?
No, yeah, but even on Facebook, when I'm doing reels, they need a title, and they don't need a title when I put it up on Instagram or TikTok.
That's right.
Okay, I like it.
So and you might want to totally customize these differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's like Instagram should be 4 to 5 sentences, separate conceptual emphasis on line breaks, include 1 to 2 pop. I could totally change the instructions. So what it would do is when you make a video, it will actually analyze the script of your video.
Okay.
And then it will read the transcript and know what it's about. And then it will take this instructions and write your captions and copy just for Facebook or just for Instagram. And then there's a whole scheduling tool. So then you could just schedule it out to be posted on each of the individual.
All right, I have a question for you about the paid one. Okay, just temporarily, because now you got me thinking.
Right.
If I stopped sharing, I'll go back to it.
Okay.
If I am, so one of my friends, her name is Celine. No, I forgot her last name. She's doing these great videos out in Newport Beach. She's a newer agent, and she does awesome. And a couple of her videos, when she breaks down payments, they do extremely well, right? So now I'm thinking, if I'm sitting in front of a house, one of my own listings or my brokerage listings, whatever, and I get a price for it. Let's say it's $600,000, right, for it. And I say, hey, I'm sitting at an open house. Here's what it costs you with 3% down if you're going to get this home. And then I input that into AI, so it breaks down payments for me, right? Principal, interest, insurance, property taxes for the local area. And I shoot that video and I read it, right? Based on whatever the mortgage rate I choose is in the area. And I don't want to have to go in and put the numbers in there and do all that minute stuff in there, because that part actually takes me a long time. Can I then, this is the paid one, is this included if I pay you guys as part of this process? Can I send that video to you and you can put all the breakdown of the payments and all that on the screen?
Yeah, all the editing for sure. Yeah, I mean, we're editing kind of whatever style you want. If you want it very infographic heavy and all of that, then yeah, there's multiple tiers. So let's not get confused with the app and then the video editing and producing part. For $40, you get the app and it does all that. And I've been corrected by my team right now. The free app does include all of the caption writing, the AI caption writing.
The free app does or doesn't?
It does.
It does.
It doesn't include the calendar scheduling, right?
Oh, got it.
The scheduler. So yeah.
Okay. I like that.
I guess we're giving away more. But then the free tier, you get into the video editing stuff, right? We'll edit unlimited videos. You can have one active project at a time. They'll edit it. They have full. You could do a full avatar if you wanted. You could have a spokesperson if you didn't want to be on camera and just send the scripts and they'll use your voice. They'll do faceless videos if you want faceless videos. It's full video production.
Yeah, but if I want a video, how realistic is it to get like one video done every other day? What's the cost for that?
$449 a month.
No way. Huh. What's the turnaround time if I send you a video?
If it's short form, which is anything under 3 minutes.
Yeah. Most of my videos are. Is
a 24-hour turnaround time.
Really?
If it's long form, that's a whole different thing. Because like if you're sending us a 30-minute podcast that we want to, edit.
So you know what I would,
production.
one of the things that, and I never thought of this, man, until obviously I'm talking to you, and this is what happens every time. One of the videos that all of my agents should shoot from now on is every listing they get, they should shoot a video breaking down payments, approximation, right?
Yep.
And that should be edited, because if I'm talking and it shows price, if you got it for this, if you got it for the current mortgage rate right now, right? And then principal, interest, and whatever else you want to add. But now you're breaking it down and you're making it super niche on that property. But if you're doing it every time you're at an open house or you get a listing, those perform extremely well. Now I just added that, by the way, to our list of things to do. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So,
I like that.
Look, the whole point of all this is that you want to build a brand.
Mhm.
It's getting harder to do that. It's
Yep.
harder to build a brand on social media now than it was before. That doesn't mean you can't do it.
No.
But the way that you expedite that, and this is such a no-brainer, simple thing in my head, of course, but I live and breathe this stuff like you do, Tristan. And so, but you can put a billboard up and it costs a lot of money. Like a billboard on our freeway right over here, it's like $5,000 a month, right? To have a billboard.
Mm.
But if you could have a billboard up that was pennies on the dollar because you knew that only your target audience was going to see it, then to me, the whole social media and the targeting specific audiences, when you have the data to load up every distressed property in your marketplace and make a video that you want them to see, for expired listings, for empty nesters, for high turnover neighborhoods, like you can expedite your branding. There was people can Google this. I wish I knew the marketing company, HARS or something like that. But there's this marketing company that did a poll in a neighborhood. Who's the biggest real estate agent in your neighborhood?
Mm-hmm.
They got a whole bunch of mix of answers, and then they proceeded to send postcards over a long period of time to this neighborhood from a fake real estate agent. When repolled after, they said, "Who's the biggest agent in your marketplace?"
It was the fake agent.
It was the fake agent.
That's
right?
funny.
And that's a direct mail thing. You can Google that. I'm not making that up.
Wow.
And so you think about the opportunity here. We've had new agents. My favorite story is a new agent got it, called to cancel because they were like, I just don't know that the social media thing is working. And then she called back after the weekend because she had held an open house. She had done what we said. It's like, hey, target the 1,000 people around your listings with a bunch of videos. Well, she goes into her open house and she had multiple people be like, dude, I see your stuff everywhere. And she's thinking, it's not everywhere. It's just to you in your neighborhood because I only had an open house, but I'm a new agent. I'm not everywhere. But the perception, because they're seeing your face and they're hearing your voice over and over and over. When you then go and take that to the rest of prospecting and go, okay, well, now I'm going to pick up the phone and call. And now I'm going to send some direct mail. Now I'm going to go door knock. All of a sudden the tide is risen for everybody and the results that you get are everywhere. So you have to start making videos. You have to start making videos for your brand in general.
Hobbs and Herder.
Yep, there it was. I knew it was an H.
I had to look it up. Dude, that's brilliant. I love this. Okay, so I need your help, Curtis. First of all, I put the link in there for everybody. Can we make a landing page for me or for Lab Coats so I can post that? Because I think that would definitely help. Here's how I'm going to probably roll it. I'm going to title it. It'll be like, these are the 4 ways you need to use this free app to grow on social media. And then I'll point it down. And then it'll have the 4 ways that we're using it. And then it'll have the link to the free app. But I'll probably only put, I guess I could do separate comments to put one for the iPhone app and one for the Google one. But, or maybe it's just one if it's a landing page, they can choose both if it's tracking to us, right?
Yep.
Okay. We can do that. Everyone, thanks for jumping in. Please get the app use the teleprompter to show up better on social media. It is by far the easiest and best way to show up right now on social. People want to see you, and they want to hear the interpretation of the market, your market, about what's happening in your words. That's the interpretation piece for you. Thanks, man.
Thanks, buddy. See you, everybody.